I never really looked at myself as being patriotic until this summer. I don't know, now I'm looking at all these things that we're doing, you know, and the message in the show, and it's great.
That's what reaches people, is the truthfulness of the show.
It felt wonderful. It feels wonderful. It's so nice to be an experienced cast. I feel so lucky.
In every heart, there lies a history, a memory of the land which was its first home. But now, the hearts of all the races beat in this land, our homeland, where great promise lies in the future of our children and our children's children.
Experience Canada was born out of, I think, my frustration with so many commissions and reports about how Canada didn't feel good about itself and what are we going to do about it. Well, Jacques and I, as artists, I think had a feeling that we can do something about it and that lots of Canadians wanted to. So we developed Experience Canada and spent 2.5 years finding the money to take Experience Canada across the country so that 125 Canadians could learn about the country. And we also developed the show, Spirit of a Nation, as a gift to Canadians so that they could feel good about the country too.
We wanted to bring a project that would bring young Canadians together to work together, to see the country and really get to appreciate what we have and really work at keeping it together.
Jacques and I went to 19 different cities across Canada because we were looking for talent that came from every corner of the country. And they had to have a lot of talent. We were looking for singers, we were looking for dancers, actors, storytellers, possibly musicians, technicians. We were also looking for them to be bright with a positive attitude, people that were interested in seeing Canada for better or for worse, to learn from it. They also needed to be young adults because we were looking at them being the future leaders of this country.
The Ambassador Training Program was designed to help us prepare for the different places that we were going to go, different things we would experience. Just basically sessions and meetings and hours of talking about how we were going to handle and prepare ourselves for doing this.
I came up with the concept of the scaffolding, but there's a certain amount of symbolism behind it in terms of building. This whole project is young Canadians working together to build a better future. And that's exactly what they do in the course of the project. I mean, they get on to a side, they unload the truck, they build the set, and they have to work together to put the pieces together. It's very, I mean, for me, that is as important, this particular process of the company building their own set when they get into, you know, onto a stage or in a gymnasium, than it is, than the service that the set gives us.
Okay, I take my hammer.
Your hammer?
Yes, and my wrench. And I and I go in the stage, in the scaffolding. I go up, and I do the cheeseburger. You know what is that? Cheeseburger is this, and the climb, and I talk and this, and sometimes.
The number celebration is really just, it's a big party, and it's like a celebration of all of the cultures in Canada, and it kind of shows how they can all work together in a way too.
I've learned quite a bit from many people here, and I think everybody's learning. And it's not even just from the people in the group. You learn as you travel too. You know, I've met many people that I've learned things from. And people are so different. Even within, you know, the same city, you find people that are so amazingly different. But like from west to east, you know, you just got totally different people, and you have to sort of know how to treat each person, know how to, you know, be sensitive to their own needs.
Brown
found that I'm always going to be an East Indian Canadian. I mean, Canada is my home, my first home, always. But I still have that part of me that's never going to go away, and I want to know more about it. And I've never really had that drive to go and learn more until now, I think.
Snow. I'd never been anywhere on the 22nd of August and seen snow this big fall from the sky. We were at Lake Louise and it was just absolutely beautiful.
The Yukon was probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. I mean, for me personally, I love horseback riding. Like, it's just, and Eka took us on an amazing trail, and it was like inner peace. What Eka said, it was beautiful. It was calm. The most beautiful places I've ever been in my life.
I moved out to this area here, to the wilderness, when I was about 11, 12 years old. And I lived this lifestyle. No electricity, no running water, and this horseback riding every day and hunting and fishing and all that kind of stuff for many, many years.
The people of every nation are nourished by the land. Their spirit and their strength have their roots in the land, the air, and the sea.
Nawaru ana silaw kalya imaw imakparong niya uban nun ukadlakadlak.
La lueur des étoiles, la fraîcheur du matin, la rosée d'une fleur me parle. La force du feu, la saveur du saumon, la course du soleil, and the life that never goes away. They speak to me, and my heart soars. la faim ou du cri de l'aide.
But he will not make friends with any of these creatures. And when his heart aches with longing, he will curse me. Have I done all to keep the air fresh? Have I cared enough about the water? Have I left the eagle to soar in freedom?
Dawson City was incredible with the streets. The streets were not paved, and that was like you're back in a history book. And you're literally walking on, and it was pouring. You're walking in mud. The sidewalks, there's no cement. They're made out of 2x4s nailed together. So you're walking on. It was just so incredible. And then you walk to Diamond Tooth Gertie's, and it's just like, it just feels like you're back a whole other century.
Seniors home and did a show there, and they loved us, and they loved it, and it was like really cool. Like they were all cool too. And
it was beautiful the way where we went. These people were so nice, and they just loved us. And it was nice. One lady gave us a really nice speech about how she feels so good about young people sort of giving to Canada what her generation couldn't give, and she just really thanked us, and it was beautiful. It made us all cry. We were all crying.
Of the Residents' Council here. I have been for 4 years. And I enjoy it very much. And I enjoy young folks.
Well, I'm so glad we could come and visit you today.
So if you can see me down the street and don't say hello, I will stick my foot out and trip you.
Enjoy traveling. Actually, the only thing I can't stand is lugging my suitcase around, but other than that, it's just amazing.
Maritimes are the most wonderful part of Canada. I think people speak French and English. People are very nice to each other, and they're very nice to us too, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place to be.
Got together and went out and sang in St. John, New Brunswick, and we just went into a market and we just decided, you know, why not sing a few tunes? So we were trying to sort of, you know, get people to come to the show and just have a little fun on the side. Yeah, it was really fun.
on a scale of 1 to 10, the worst weather, the captain told us that this was like a 9.
10 being the worst.
10 being the worst, and they're still going to take us out. So they take us out, and we're riding along. We go, well, do we need life jackets? He goes, oh, no, laddie, life jackets wouldn't help you in that one. That water. Too cold. We're all hanging on for dear life, and he's like still up there, you know, just
standing
singing
there
all
with
these
a
songs.
He stepped away, until his head. What's there?
Canada Day was amazing because
like a fantasy land.
there was all these stars. There was David Foster, Rock Voisine, Rita McNeil, Anne Murray, Gordon Lightfoot, Jeff Healey, Kurt Browning, José Chinard, all these amazing Canadian people.
The Queen.
And we're performing with them and for them. I've never felt prouder to be Canadian than performing in front of 100,000 people in our nation's capital.
Don't run 5 minutes, okay?
It was huge. It was ginormous. I'd never seen anything so big in my life.
That's the most amazing experience of my entire life. I was crying. I was one of the many, actually, that were crying. It was great. I don't know. It's such a feeling, you know, like you just... Incredible. It was awesome.
Yeah, let's spend so much best ever happened. They don't interact to do this. Yeah. It was such an honor to me.
No, come on. You saw that, baby. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, check it out. It's a real celebration in rhythm and rhyme. Remember when folks come to have a good time, the land keeps sticking in its own way. Wonder why anyone would want to step away and take a step up. That all men are brothers. Sometimes brothers go fight one another. Brothers in the east and brothers in the west. French and English got everyone stressed. One thing, no one's got figured out yet. Why every child born is in debt and why? When you're anxious cause the debt ain't stopping, you grab a credit card and head out shopping. You got the people at the mall, yo, look to me like, you got it all. Yeah, you got it all. You got it all, man. You all got it all. Yeah, you can stop. Looking at the slate, it's crystal clear. That's because there ain't no life in here. Cause with the mega scientific brain, we invented something called acid rain. This is where I'm close to an adventure apart. But things you can't check, fall in the dark, from the downstream. The downstream kicking, in some cities you're a raw cheap suicide. Trying to turn up your politicians' stuff. Folks that look like, you got it all. Oh, yo, brother. Woo! I see a lot of folks who in the making plastic. From the other scene, we're doing it Alaskan. For results to know, we made a home in the ozone. That's great, they all want to flex it. Trouble up, you want to see that's going to be out of trouble. I got my own answer. Think of the thing to let someone else get the answer. When you got this wrong, you should not find out. You got it all. All the years, what's it? Demonstration, yo! You're gonna blow it all the way, you know what I'm saying? You're blowing it all the way.
finally, we had these two venues, which I think meant the world to me anyway. In Chicoutimi and Montreal. It meant everything. It meant my trip. I want to say my things in French too, you know. Whichever reaction you get from the public, indifference or anything, I think that's irrelevant. The important thing is all to be on stage and be saying all we have to say. And, you know, I think it's natural to be scared of what people will say. But the important thing is that we're on stage, and whichever the reaction is, don't feel sorry and be very, very glad at the end of the show that we did it and that we were asked to do it.
Then I heard et puis ensemble. It's et puis. It's again a you instead of a ou. You and et puis. Et puis ensemble. Oh yeah. Et puis ensemble. Yeah, there's a lesion. 2 to 3. Et puis ensemble, nous poursuivrons tout Noël. Nous atteindrons enfin la liberté.
J'y croyais. Pourquoi pas? Il semblait vrai, j'aurais dit au bout des doigts.
Ce paradis, je le connais, terre féconde au cœur du monde entier. Tu dois y croire, tu peux rêver en ce pays, mon Canada. Et ce pays de tous tes rêves, bâti d'amour et de liberté. Tu dois y croire, tu peux rêver en ce pays, mon Canada. Et puis ensemble, nous poursuivrons tous nos rêves, nous atteindrons enfin la liberté. Donne-moi ta main, marchons vers la promesse d'un pays fier, berceau de nos destinées. Le paradis, je le connais, terre féconde au cœur du monde entier. Tu dois y croire, tu peux rêver en ce pays, mon Canada. Donne-moi ta main et ton cœur, notre pays promet tout un bonheur. Le paradis, c'est notre choix. Je crois en toi, au Canada. Et puis ensemble, nous poursuivrons tous nos rêves. Nous atteindrons enfin la liberté. Donne-moi ta main, marchons vers la promesse d'un pays fier, le berceau de nos destinées. Le paradis, c'est notre choix, je crois en toi, au Canada.
Au début, on eut beaucoup d'emphase sur le fait qu'on allait voir toutes les régions du pays. C'était beaucoup géographique. At first, the emphasis was a lot put on the fact we were going to see all the country and, you know, all the provinces and the territories. But the more we advanced in the tour, the more I realized, since we were the bilingual unit, that we were going to stay pretty much between Montreal, Toronto, and Ottawa. Now the trip is over, I realized I learned more about Canadians, and I'm glad and I'm proud because I think it's no longer the conquered country that wants to assimilate the French. It's, you know, we have to learn to live with each other and our differences, and that's all I learned.
We have built the greatest nation, a free nation, a place to prosper, a land so many have come to seeking refuge when all is lost. Many have come from distant homes where their past has been destroyed and where they see no future worth living for. Distant lands where barely a dream of a better life dares to survive.
The air of suspicion, the voice of betrayal, the steel of oppression, the blood that is shed, the smell of the gun smoke, the shock of the bomb blast, the cry of the wounded, the smell of the dead, and here we are gathered, the only survivors, and we are rewarded. With tatters and stains, we search through the rubble for faces of loved ones, for anything living, but nothing remains. And who are the lucky, the ones who survived, or the ones who are no more? And who are the winners, and who are the losers? And what was it all for?
Sometimes I dream there is a place where summers come and flowers grow. Sometimes I dream that I'll be safe where children play with eyes aglow. I have a dream that there is a land where I can be free to be all I can. I want a chance, though mostly it seems it never will be. Sometimes I dream.
My land is a garden. Come to my land and make it your home. Come to my land and know it needs caring. It wants to live. What will you give? What will you give to the tears of the waters? What will you give to the sigh of the air? What will you give to earth when she's dying? She wants to live. What will you give?
I have a dream that there is a land
but in a way I'll be happy because this is just another part of my life that's coming to a close. Even though I'm going to miss everybody very much, and I'll be really, really unhappy because I know that there's probably a lot of people that I'll never see again. I'll know that I knew them for this time, and it was really, really great.
It's kind of a bittersweet. I really like doing the show, and I love what goes on in it. I love the energy that I use, and I love dancing. But I am looking forward to going home.
The future is me and you together, 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 together,
And just seeing the energy and the sharpness of lines, and everybody was just so pumped, and looking at the crowd and seeing faces just like screaming and shouting. It was just, wow, it was just incredible.
I think the last show was like the first. Every word had a meaning. Every word was new and was significant. We were happy to hang up our costumes for the last time, but at the same time, we wanted to keep them as long as possible so the moment wouldn't go away. You were saying to yourself, why is it ending now? Because it's getting so good. Like, I think last night was the best show we've ever did. And then you go to your last number when you sing the last little bit, I Want to Be, and everybody's crying on stage and everybody's holding hands and nobody wants to let go.
It's been rush, 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 but fun, 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 and exciting, exciting. I can't put it all in one word, but it'll always be with me. I'll never, ever forget it. And the people that I've made true friends with will always be my true friends. And I always have my memories and my pictures and my journals.
What I've been hearing from the troop, the individuals, now they understand why we all work so hard side by side. They feel fulfilled.
Right now, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next. So that the security that I've felt for the last 4.5 months, and the group of people that have been supporting me and have been my friends are all of a sudden not going to be there, and it's like I don't have anything else to hold me up. Yes, I'm glad the tour's over, but if everybody could just stick around for another month and a half until I get myself figured out, it would be great.
We're in the transition. Tomorrow I'll find myself on the airplane flying home. 4.5 months I've been away from home. Then it'll hit that, oh my God, it's really over.